Hey there friends, I'm Andrew from the Scrap Box, and I just saw Inside Out 2. Now, going in, I was like, oh no, a sequel. They typically haven't been good. And then I watched it. It was good. It was beautiful. It was good. And so, me being, a consumer of Lego, we'll call it that, wanted to go get myself an Inside Out Lego set. But why is this the only option? Is bad. Why do all the other Disney movies get so many sets? Even Wish got a lot of sets, and Wish was... So you know what we gotta do today. We gotta make our own Inside Out figures. Let's go!
In order to keep aligned with the one minifigure set LEGO has produced, for these characters we're going to take a LEGO movie approach. That means all types of figures come together to create a diverse cast. Minifigures, dolls, brick-built creations, etc. We can see this already taking effect as Joy is a mini doll, but Anxiety is a micro doll. The good news is, using multiple types of figures allows us to more accurately match the characters' sizes. We can see Joy and Fear are roughly the same size, but with different proportions. So are Disgust and Sadness, and Anger, of course, is the smallest. Joy is already a mini doll. We'll make Fear a mini figure with medium legs and a custom tall head to match Joy. Disgust will be our normal minifigure. We could give Sadness short legs but a large head, or have her a regular minifigure, and then we could brick build Anger similar to making a minion. And with the absolute basics out of the way, we can jump into the thick of it. Fear has a pretty simple outfit. He wears a houndstooth vest, a striped shirt, and a bow tie. As you can see on screen, I'm designing the majority of his torso here, but his striped shirt arms will come from the Harry Potter CMF series grip hook. Once this torso is complete, it will be printed onto a water slide decal, which allows me to take my design and apply it directly to a Lego piece. It might not be the best method, but it is absolutely the most accessible. Now the real scary part, building his head. For obvious reasons, Fear needs a custom head. Luckily, I'm at least 5% competent at Blender, so a head we shall make. One of the problems with Fear's head though is how fragile it would be in the real world. His mouth nearly chops the whole head in two, and the nose is extremely long and breakable. Plus the eyebrows just kind of float there. All of these things had to be taken into account and modified to make a sturdier, Lego appropriate head. And it was at this point I realized that Fear looked very similar to another energetic animated character. Ooh-wee. But with his head complete, we can send him off to the printer. Now just gotta add some color. Oh, I think I smushed him. That's okay, he's just a bit bruised and purple. That was terrible, I'm so sorry. Let's paint the rest of them. Note to self, buy better white paint, this one's way too chunky. Real question, are his pupils too big? Let me know in the comments. I'm gonna modify this whip piece to use as his antenna. And by modify, I do mean chop in half. Oh, that didn't work. Let's try again. There we go. And there's Fear. I like his look, I like his sculpt, but I do not like his eyes. But let's keep moving. But before we continue, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, because your support means I get to make more weird projects just for you. Alright, back to it. Anger has a very simple shape. He's a square. And so he's going to be built out of 2x2 bricks. Right now I'm getting a simplified version of his face to print onto a red brick, followed by his torso print, which will be put onto a custom design brick. That brick is just two 1x2 bricks with Technic-holes merged together so it could fit both of his arms and have a print on the front. His arms are basically minion arms, but I don't have any red ones, so they'll be printed in resin. Hopefully the resin's rigidity isn't going to provide any problems during assembly. His feet, of course, are the popular Goomba feet, and they'll also be printed. These resin pieces fit surprisingly well, which means I can finally paint them. Not bad, but I did paint over the torso. Now let's add the arms. The resin was too rigid and they shattered. So instead I used a PLA printer to try to print new versions of the arms, but wow, these are bad. They look like little wrinkly grandpa arms. They look even worse when they're painted. The only logical action was to give up. But then after 5 minutes I got bored and I decided to remake the arms with smaller peg holes, and so it's all fixed now. Wow. Let's pull out the bad ones and paint up the new ones. Overall, I really like his brick-built construction as well as his simplicity. However, that paint job could use some extra work. On to the next one. If your favorite character is Sadness, I'm so sorry. You see, the torso designing went perfectly fine. Look at that. And designing the face wasn't that hard either. I even got through sculpting her ginormous head and printing it without any incident. But you see, the thing is, water slide decals do not like curved surfaces. And therefore, on her face, I had to improvise a lot. Just take a look. On the bright side, I think the body's fine. It's just the fact that that face is terrible. Absolutely. Yikes, I just saw it again. Unlike Sadness, things went really smoothly for Disgust. Her torso turned out nicely. Her face, frankly, is iconic. All the decals went on without a single issue. I painted the hair a dark green. And that was it. No muss, no fuss, just Disgust. Overall, I think Disgust is my favorite. I like her design, I like everything else about her. If I had to pick one thing, her face is slightly discolored compared to the rest of her. And there's our final lineup of characters.
There you have it. Our wonderful inside out characters. Well, give and take. If I could make this in 2 afternoons, I'm sure Lego could come up with something. Watch, I'm gonna publish this video and then next week they're gonna announce that they have a new inside out set. That'd be frustrating, but I'd still buy it. Yeah, I'd still buy it. Alright, thank you for watching, of course. I've been Andrew, you've been watching the Scrap Box. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell button, comment what you want to see next. Tell me instead, actually, if enough people like this video, I will go back and I will make the second set of emotions straight from Inside Out too. Sound good? Last but not least, don't forget to take out the trash. It's trash night. Take out the trash. Don't forget. All right, bye.